My parents make me take a blood bath once a year. I found out why. Once a year, my parents had me take a blood bath. It was always on the day before my birthday, a tradition I didn't enjoy but never questioned. My mother would lead me to the top, my father sitting on the edge, dipping his fingers in to check the temperature for me. I would sit while they washed it into my skin of hair, making sure that I was completely covered before letting me get out. Then I would have to wait as it dried, making my skin feel tight and sticky. I was then sent off to bed with a hug and kiss on my birthday. The first thing I did was shower off watching the red retreat down the drain. Then it was like any other birthday, singing presents and cake. It never crossed my mind that our tradition was abnormal. I was excited for my 10th birthday. The prospect of having 2 digits to my age was exhilarating to me. I've been homeschooled my whole life but had plenty of friends in my neighborhood to invite to my party. I was asking my friend Jimmy if he was going to be able to come, when I caught a glimpse behind the veil. "Oh man, I have to go visit my cousins on Saturday, but maybe I can play with you the day before," he had asked. I thought about it but knew that my annual bath was due that day. Disappointed, I explained to him why that would work. "Shucks, that's the day I have to take my bath," I told him. "Okay, well maybe after that." "No, I'll be all sticky. Plus all the blood gets on everything." I could tell by his expression that I had said something wrong. He went running his mouth to everyone, calling me a vampire and upsetting both of our parents, albeit for different reasons. That night I had the first discussion about the blood baths with my father. He sat me on the couch and got real serious. "Now today will be the last time you ever talked about the bath you have to take," he stated sternly. He went on to explain that not everything we did was considered normal, and that by keeping it to myself I was doing us all a favor. After that discussion I became more curious. It was intriguing to me that not everybody had to take these baths as I aged into a teen. I started doing what all boys do. I rebelled hard since I didn't go to school. I tried even harder to fit in when I was around my friends. I smoked, I vandalized, I stole alcohol from my parents. Some of it could be attributed to peer pressure, but a lot of it was my own choices. I wanted a reputation, wanted to be revered as some sort of anarchist. So I kept pushing boundaries, creating a large wedge between my parents and myself. The eve of my 16th birthday, I decided that I would refuse my blood bath. I was lying on my bed listening to music and reading. When my mother came in to tell me they had gotten it ready for me, I knew it was coming. I had my response ready. "I'm not taking it," I said, refusing to look up from my book. "Bam! Please don't make this difficult, you know you need to," she said, wringing her hands furtively. I continued to ignore her, she pleaded. After a while my father came down to see what the delay was. "What's going on?" he asked, appearing in the doorway. My mother told him the situation. His face turned bright red. "Ben, this is happening one way or another," he shouted. I threw my book across the room. "Oh, you think so?" I fired back, instantly bristling to the challenge. His eyes widened and his nostrils flared out. He was more angry than I had ever seen him. That's right, his voice now becoming a growl. Without a second thought, I charged him, knocking him aside and running down the stairs. I could hear him screaming at me all the way past the driveway, begging me to return. I ran for a long time, finally running out of breath and rushing near a city bus stop. I sat down for a few minutes, aware of a strange sensation at the ends of my fingers. They felt tingling for a bit. Then they started to feel hot, terrified. I watched as they began to blister, running up past my knuckles and cracking open the skin on their way upward, howling in agony and shocked by what I was seeing. I fell to the ground and bawled my eyes out that there wasn't a soul around. My cries for help went unanswered as the skin kept on bubbling and cracking, making it all the way up to my elbows. Headlights appeared in front of my eyes, though I was nearly blind with pain. I recognized my father's car. He leapt out, grabbing me under my armpits and pulling me into the vehicle. I